For number 7 on page 8, since they're all positive numbers, you don't have to put them in parentheses, but you can. So 3 goes in place of A and 4 goes in place of the B. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 3 minus 4 is -1. So again, when you have a big fraction like that, you need to get all the top together and all the bottom together before you divide. So 9 plus 16 is 25, divided by -1 is -25. We never leave things over 1. Number 8 is the same thing, only now we have negative numbers. So you do need to put those in your parentheses. So we have -3 squared plus -5 squared all over -3 minus -5. Now I did not put them in parentheses in the denominator because they're not being squared. If you want to, you always can. -3 squared is +9. -3 times -3 is +9. Again, if you type this into your calculator, it is going to tell you -9. Whenever you are substituting, you need to put that in parentheses so that it's positive. So same thing here, -5 squared is +25. -3 minus -5 really means -3 plus 5, which is +2. 9 plus 25 is 34. Over 2 is 17. Number 9. 2 squared minus 2 times 2 minus -2 minus -3 cubed. So again, anytime you have a negative with exponents, make sure you put that in parentheses. So I left some of the parentheses out, but with the negative exponents, it's a good idea to put it in there. If you want to, again, you can always put it in anyway. So we basically have 3 sections here. 2 squared is 4. If you bring down the minus sign, then you need to look at this as 2 minus -2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8, so -8. Minus -3 to the third means -3 times -3 times -3, which is -27. So you can write it like that, or if you want to change that to a plus positive, you can. 4 minus 8 plus 27 should give you 23 as your final answer. Number 10. -3 in parentheses squared minus 2 times -3 minus 4 minus parentheses -1 to the third. So lots of negatives and subtraction that we need to keep really close track of. -3 squared is 9 minus, so first we need to do -3 minus 4, which is -7. 2 times -7 is -14. So 9 minus -14. Again, if you want to cover that up and think of it as -2 times -7, then you would just put a plus sign right away. You can type minus and a negative into your calculator, or you can just put a plus sign. Same thing here. Minus -1 to the third power means -1 times -1 times -1, which is still -1. So that actually becomes addition also. So we really have 9 plus 14 plus 1. So 24 is our final answer for that one. Number 11, the negative is in front of the A. So negative parentheses, A is -2 squared. That doesn't make the negatives cancel out. One is on the inside of the parentheses and one is on the outside. Minus 2 times B, which is 3, times C, which is -3, minus absolute value of C, which is -3. So negative 2 squared is positive 4, then we need to make it negative. So negative 4 minus 2 times 3 times negative 3 is negative 18. So minus negative 18. Or again, if you would have thought of that as negative 2 times 3 times negative 3, you would have just put plus. So you could have had negative 4 plus 18 as your first set of steps there. Minus the absolute value of negative 3 is 3. So either of those is correct. Either way, we end up with 11 as our final answer. And finally, number 12, same thing. Negative parentheses, negative 3 squared minus 2 times negative 5 times 2 minus the absolute value of 2. Negative 3 squared is 9, and then we need to make it negative. So negative 9, I'm going to put the minus sign. 2 times negative 5 times 2 is negative 20. So minus negative again, or you also could have had negative 9 plus 20, if you think of that as negative 2, negative 5, and positive 2. Absolute value of 2 is 2, so then minus 2 and minus 2. We should end up with 9 for our final answer.